Hi everyone, my name is Denise Walker from East Central College's Learning Center, and I will be presenting the STAR workshop called Finding Your Balance and Managing Stress. Please download or print out the handouts from the links below this video, as that's what we'll be working from throughout the video. Without any further ado, let's get started. First, let's think about what kind of stressors we are dealing with in our lives. Sometimes we may not think about what specifically is causing us stress. We just know that we are stressed out, and as we all know, life itself can be pretty stressful. As we're going through this list, or as you're thinking, jot down some of the stressors that you feel are most relevant to you. During this workshop, we're going to learn how to manage stress and practice activities that might help us cope better. I don't know if many of you know or have heard that excessive stress can affect your overall physical health, from high blood pressure, cholesterol levels, hair loss, increased inflammation in joints and muscles, plus difficulty concentrating, depression, anxiety, and mind fog. So, how do you manage stress? Or do you just ignore it and pretend it's not there? This slide gives some hints to manage your stress, but we will be going through these in more depth as we make our own personal stress management plan. Here's a breathing technique that I would like you to do whenever you feel overwhelmed and completely stressed out. Please pause the video to practice this exercise. It is one of the best ways to lower your stress by telling your brain to calm down and relax. You might consider doing these before taking a big exam. Please follow along in your personal stress management handout that you've previously printed out, as we'll be going over this to manage stress. Just a note that none of these are quick fixes, but can lead you toward a healthier and more successful life if you'll just be open to it and actually try to put it into practice. This plan will or should always be a work in progress. So here we go. Point 1. Identify and address the problem. Is the problem a real tiger, or just does it feel like one? Write it down. People who try to fix problems rather than ignore them tend to be emotionally healthier folks. When it comes to studying or work, it's best to get the work done first, because the longer we put it off, the more the worry and stress. The cycle is endless. So break the work into smaller pieces and do one bit at a time. Make lists of what you need to do, scratch off as they get done, as this shows accomplishments, which relieves stress. Point number 2. Avoid stress when possible. Like certain people, places, things that stress you out. Who are they? What are they? Again, pause this video and write these down in your stress management plan. Point number 3, let some things go. Kind of like in the movie Frozen. Sometimes there aren't fixes to problems, so don't waste time worrying and complaining about them. Just choose to let them go. I know this is easier said than done, and it's something I constantly have to work on. So for instance, I can't change what the weather will do when I've made plans for an outdoor event, but I can choose to not waste my energy worrying about it, because then I won't have enough energy left over to fix the things I can. Again, please pause this video and write down the things that you can let go of. Point number 4, exercise. I know, it's a bad word, but it really is the most important part of dealing with stress. Stress releases chemicals in the body that tell you to run physically, so do it. Or something close to that that's manageable for you, like a brisk walk. You may think that you don't have time, but exercising when you're the most stressed is when you need it the most. Most often, you'll be able to think clearer and focus better after you've used up those stress hormones. Pause the video now and commit to doing some type of exercise for even just a few days a week. Point number 5, relax. Again, easier said than done, I know. But did you know that you can fool your body from being stressed to being relaxed? Since our body can only use the relaxed or emergency nervous system at any one time, we can choose to turn on the relaxed when needed. A couple of ways to trick our nervous system is to do the deep breathing exercise that you just practiced in a previous slide. Point number 6, eat well. People who eat mostly junk food have highs and lows in their energy level throughout the day, which can harm your ability to reduce your stress. Try to eat more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. They'll keep you focused longer. Go to www.mypyramid.gov to learn more. Point 7, sleep. So important, because tired people can't learn as well and can be impatient and irritable. Try to go to bed at the same time each night. You want bed just for sleeping, nothing else. If you find yourself solving the world's problems in bed, get up. Make a chair or place that's specifically for this type of emotion and make a list of what you can do later. Then try to go back to bed. And again, pause the video now to jot down a good bedtime for you and your stress management plan. Point 8, take instant vacations. And what I mean by this is visualize yourself being or doing something you really enjoy. The place that you feel most calm is beautiful and relaxing. Please don't forget to take time for yourself. If you don't, you really can't care or help anyone else. This may be a warm bath, hobby, reading, some type of art, going to the park, etc. So again, please pause the video and write down what your mini vacation looks like. Point number 9, release emotional tension. Sometimes feelings become so overwhelming that we cram them all away in an imaginary box and think, I'll deal with them later. But later, there's so much stuff in that box that it's too much to deal with. This can make your head feel as if it's spinning. So it's good to pick just one problem to work on and forget the rest for the moment. When we decide to deal with only one problem at a time, it's much less scary to open that box. And talk to safe people and try journaling. It's an excellent way to release tension, and we'll talk a bit more about it. Pause the video now and write down ways that you can release your emotional tension. Point number 10, contribute to something that gives you a sense of purpose. Lastly, we're going to discuss a bit about journaling. Most academic journals are a way you can process thoughts, feelings, opinions, and emotions on paper and promote reflection to see growth or decline in what possibly caused the rise or fall. It develops metacognitive skills by reflecting on what you learned and how you learned it. Journaling and mathematics help you use more precise mathematical language to express ideas. It encourages you to reflect on your own knowledge and your own ways to solve problems and how you remember steps. Journaling in science can help you stimulate prior knowledge and make better hypotheses by drawing on processes or cycles. Journaling for writing also helps you become more fluent in expressing your ideas in writing and/or speaking. The next slide was an example of academic journaling. Please take some time and at least try this for one of your classes so you can see how to reflect how much you've grown and how effective it can be. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you stop stressing about stress. Have a wonderful semester, and we look forward to hearing from you about this workshop or any other questions you might have.